One of the more underappreciated assets of land when you're looking at them is the internal access. Now, when we think of access, you instantly are going to be thinking of internal road systems, but not all land is set up with internal road systems. Oftentimes, there are going to be very few properties that actually already have that set up. Now, what does that mean? That means that when you're looking at land, if there are no internal access fees, that doesn't mean it's automatically a knockoff. It does mean that you might have to look at it with particular eyes of how well is this property going to be suitable for creating your trail systems. So for example, this tract that we have, this 41 acres here in South Georgia, did not have any road systems. And in fact, there was pretty much no openings at all. And it wasn't until we did our logging job that there had been any type of sunlight, honestly, on the ground for in probably like 30 plus years. And so one of the main incentives for the logging, obviously besides timber products, because I'm a big proponent of utilizing our forest resources, was for wildlife habitat. And so we had one big skid trail, but this big skid trail provides a lot of great opportunities for us, where it gave us one huge access road line straight down our property. Now, usually I'm not typically a fan of straight lines on properties, but for operational wise, this is kind of just how it had to be done for our particular logging job. But from this point is an access system that's allowed us to create these trail systems kind of forking off from it. And so when we purchased the property, I knew I wanted to create access and accessibility throughout all of it. We now have 4 trail systems that have just started. We just put them in this year, but I wanted to just share that you have to be particular where you're going to be putting those trails. And when you look at land, look at the suitability of, can you access it the way you might want to? And when you think about that, think about whether you want to just walk your property, if you want to have, mountain biking in the woods, if you want to do 4-wheeling or just ride your buggy around, or if you intend on driving your truck around. All of that needs to be considered because the accessibility of those different road systems and trail systems are going to be different for what each of those needs are. So if you want to talk about land, I'd love to talk to you, and perhaps we can talk about how different properties might be your dream come true with just a little bit of work.